takes me back to 2015 when we had Alhaji Mohammed Imoro and 34 others before the courts.
He was represented by Yoni Kolendi's firm.
Very well.
And I was also representing some of the people who are accused, about 7 of them.
Similar facts here. Has to do with ghost names.
Yeah.
Has to do with bloating the payroll system to benefit some people. Similar. Then it was about 31,000 people on that. Now it's over 80-something thousand, whatever it is. You see, then I asked myself a question. This systemic thing that we're talking about didn't start today. To what end, okay, is this taking us? Yes.
Have you asked yourself what happened to that prosecution?
That's the point. I don't even know how it ended. That is why I brought it up. I am trying to say that, you see, you have a building when you are driving on that lane, you know, around airport side, which we call the National Service. That building itself, I believe when valuers value it, may not get close to the amount of money we are talking about today. You understand? But yet, wait a minute, yes, sir. Yet we are told such monies belonging to the state goes down the drain. I think it's so sad and it's so pathetic. I am not to hold forth for anybody here. I am always of the view that whoever is culpable, whoever has gone against the laws of Ghana, let the law take its course. That is my personal view. And I'm always by it. You see, but the problem I have is the rhetorics in the system. We talk too much in the name of fighting corruption. And you see, when election presents itself, almost every single political party in this country writes in their manifesto the mechanisms to put in place to fight corruption. And in fact, opponents will even have to go extra mile on their campaign platforms to talk loud about how they're going to fight corruption when it comes. I believe that's what gave birth to oral. Now, if you spoke so much, you pointed, fingers at people, said a lot of things. When you came, indeed, you said you were going to salvage Ghana. And in salvaging Ghana, oral must be put in place. And that is where myself and Oliver agree. If you have told us and convinced me that I am going to fight the rot in the system, then we repose confidence in you. What we expect of you is to indeed walk the talk. Is that what is happening? For me, in my view, no. We have gone for the low-hanging fruits. To say that, okay, some 2 people are put before the court, therefore we are fighting corruption, we are fighting the rot. And then my brother Khalid will tell you that, look, it is a system. Now when you even look at their week, the week is even fading because so much work there. Really?
But they're not doing well.
No, I disagree with you. If you come to mount the platform and virtually do the case in the public space and convince us that this is what it is, I expected even more. In my view, I expected even more. Don't come again with stories. That's why I said we resort to rhetorics instead of actually doing the fight that we're talking about. Why? I heard Dobilevo, who was a member of ORA, expressing his disappointment on how they are handling it or how things are going, to the extent that he was even questioning whether the persons involved are also wanting or also have the taste or the appetite to do same. You understand? So to what end or how far are we going to fight corruption with some of this? So let's not come to sit here and speak big English, talk about structures, and then move away from the meat of the matter. The meat of the matter is that, look, money has gone down the drain. If money has gone down the drain, prove to us how you're going to retrieve that money. If you came to meet other cases, which was also corruption-related cases, how well are you going to prosecute? Because government is a continuum. But you do not create an atmosphere where somebody will say somewhere and think there's something called selective application of the laws of the state. In one vein, some misappropriation, 60% should be paid and 40% should go down. In the next one, which is not within our party, that one we're going to pursue it. And Suleiman Brema put it right. He said, look, it is not even 600 million I'm talking about. We did the investigation. We're talking close to 2 billion Ghana cedis. And we want to sit here and then, create some atmosphere of everything is fine, we are fighting. Look, if you say there's corruption, that's why I said my position is that whoever is culpable and you have evidence to prove, let the person be hauled before the courts of Ghana to answer questions as it were. And Akufo-Addo, who was the president, even said it. No appointee of my good self should run away from accountability. And if you think you are supposed to account to the people, come and then account. And the government in power, if you also think that somebody is indeed wrong, let the law take its course. But I think that there are many who think that, look, people rode on this corruption, escalation, corruption, talks and all that to power, only to come, and then when you look at the complex nature of some cases before you, it is difficult to pursue. Is that what it is? If that is what it is, then I'm afraid for Ghana. Because frankly, we will continue on the tangent of talking and talking and talking and getting nothing or arriving at nothing. That is why I mentioned the Mohammed Imoro case. I don't know how it has ended. Yes, we said some money went down and it was still the same national service. Today we have gone again back to the same national service and it still goes names again. And we are here still talking about it and discussing about it. To what end, we don't know yet. But you see, the next issue about this, whether or not a national service personnel can go in for a loan, it is a discretion. Even if my money is 5 cedis and I want to buy a fridge, and then the seller tells me that, look, I can go into a contract with you for you to give me 3 cedis and then keep your 2 cedis, that is your discretion. For me, I don't see how that is legally wrong, in my view. I don't see how that is.
It's legally wrong.
No, yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to say that
for national service manager to facilitate loans for service personnel.
Something raised the issue about conflict of interest. That's where I will say put with him, and I will agree with him. Where when you are entrusted with a job as an administrator, and then you want to profit from it, that one I have a problem with it. But of course, if there is a genuine company to engage national service personnel, whether they are earning 500 or 100 or 200 cities, and they decided to go on that,
outside the
I am saying that's mandate. If you are with me, I'm just saying that.
They can go to the bank and take a loan.
If you are with me, I'm saying that
should not be facilitated.
No, listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying if you are with me, I'm saying the conflict of interest will arise and maybe. Should, if it's traced to them
it is not about
as a family for what
it's about getting disrupted with the mandate of national service.
Khalid, please.
Check the formation
I was very quiet here when you were making your submission.
You were trying to make it look like we are misleading by saying this.
No, I have not. I have not.
We are doing it within managerial mandate.
My good brother. What I'm saying is that every single person with capacity to enter into contract today has the right to purchase whatever he wants to purchase.
If you walk to the bank or the market.
Where I have a problem is where, indeed, we are going to use state machinery. Okay? It happens anyway. When you go to controller deduct from source people who buy goods.
And they have long service salary.
I'm saying that.
Not 9 months.
Yeah. But I'm saying maybe we have to look at the policy. But I'm not in defense of some of these things. What I'm saying here is that if you are supposed to be in a position of trust, and that position ought to be used properly, and then be careful about conflict of interest and be careful about people thinking that you want to outwit people with a position, then of course you should be careful, as it were. That's why I said that, look, whoever is culpable, whoever is held, whether yesterday or today, we want the betterment of Ghana. We should not narrow the discourse to what is happening today. We should expand it. And crime has no expiry date.
Correct.
Get anybody who is involved and let us know that that institution is sick. Because whoever came yesterday did same. Whoever is there today is doing same. Let's not narrow the discourse. And then we should move on. But I think that by and large, Samson, again, I am going to reiterate. If you have told us that some $21.9 billion could be retrieved, do you know how much Beit Khalifas we can build with $21.9 billion? Saudi Arabia wants to build one costing about $5 billion. I believe Ghana would have built about 5 of it or 6 of it.
Is it billion cedis or billion dollars?
That's what they said. All right. 21 billion. You're surprised, right?
No, I'm asking.
No, I'm telling you. The oral told Ghanaians that
potential recoveries.
Yes, we can recover close to $21.9 billion. Right. And today we are here struggling to even get proper, if you like, charge sheets against people we purport have actually milked the state.
Right.
I think we should do a lot of
let me share a few of the messages from our viewers with you, and then we will take a break. When we return, I'll get a quick call.